Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? I hope you are fine and you are doing good. Okay students, in our last lesson, if you remember, we talked about the latitudes, the horizontal line that are present onto the map and they help us to find the location of object or places. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about the longitude, the vertical lines onto the map. This is called horizontal and this is called vertical. And in today's lesson, we are going to talk about these vertical lines. Please open your books and follow the lecture. Longitude, they are just like the latitudes, they are also imaginary lines. But in this case, they are vertical lines. And they run from North Pole to South Pole. Please remember these directions. This is north, this is south, and this part of map is called east, and then there is west. So longitudes, they always run from north to south like this. If you look at the map here, you will see there are lines drawn here. This is North Pole and this is South Pole, like this. Let's continue our lesson. These lines of longitudes, they are also called meridians. Please remember, they are also called meridians. They measure how far east or west an object is. They measure the distance between east and west. However, these lines, they are not parallel lines. Latitudes were parallel, but longitudinal lines are not parallel lines. 0 degree longitude is the prime median. Please look at the 0 degree. Here it is, this one. This line, the dotted line, it is called the prime median. If you look at it carefully, you will see it is running exactly through the center of the earth. And it is dividing the earth into two equal parts, just like equator that was dividing the earth into north and southern hemisphere. The prime meridian is dividing our earth into east and west. And you know, this prime meridian, it is running through a city of Greenwich. There is a city in England, it is called Greenwich. Its name is Greenwich. Here the name of the city is. Please remember it. And it divides the earth into the eastern hemisphere and then into the western hemisphere. Another special longitude line is the international date line, that is 180 degrees east of prime meridian. Kindly look at the 180 degree of prime meridian. Here it is. This international date lines gives us the different time zones of the world. You know, there are 24 time zones in this world. And what gives us those 24 time zones? The international date line. Where is international date line? It is at the 180 degrees of the prime meridian. Here is it. Here it is, and it divides the earth into the time zone. Please remember it, it's very important. Then there is the location of Pakistan. Even in previous lesson we discussed it, that the Pakistan is located 30 degrees to north and 70 degrees to east. So this was all about the longitude. Let us repeat it once again. Longitudes, they are vertical lines, but they are not parallel like latitudes. Latitudes were parallel, but longitudes, they are not parallel. And there is a line at the 0 degree centigrade. It is called prime meridian, and it divides the earth into two hemispheres, east and west. And prime meridian runs through Greenwich city. This city is found in England. And now we are going to talk about the hemisphere. Our earth is divided into 4 hemispheres. Northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, if you remember, they were formed by equator. This line, it divided the earth into two parts, northern and southern hemisphere. and then the prime meridian, it divides the earth into the eastern and western hemisphere. Remember it? The equator divides earth into northern and southern hemisphere, and prime meridian divides it into eastern and western hemisphere. And right now we are going to look at the time zones. If you remember the international dateline in the previous topic, that topic told us that there is an international dateline at the 180 degree to east, which divides the earth and gives us the different time zone. On the earth there are 24 separate time zones, just like there are 24 hours in a single day. About 100 years ago, students, please look at your books. About 100 years ago, there used to be no time zones. People used to look at the sun and then they used to wind their clocks or set their clocks accordingly. So what happened? Every city used to have its own time. It was okay, it didn't cause much trouble. But after the invention of the railroads and the trains, when people had to travel from one city to other city, they got very confused. For example, 4 o'clock in one city meant 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 2 o'clock in some other city. So people had no idea which time to follow. To eradicate and to remove this confusion, it was decided to adopt a time zone. So each and every city can have an idea about the schedule and about the timings of the rail and the commute, and the problem should be solved. So what happened? They divided the earth into 24 time zones. The countries or even the cities that are small, they follow the same time. For example, Pakistan is a small country. All the cities in Pakistan, they follow the same time zone. 6 o'clock in Islamabad means 6 o'clock in Karachi or 6 o'clock in any other city of Pakistan. But if certain countries, they are very large in terms of their area, they follow more than one time zone. Following more than one time zone mean that 2 o'clock in one city does not mean 2 o'clock in the city present into the other time zone. It means the difference of the time. So the countries that are very large in terms of area, like Russia and Canada, their cities follow the different time zones, like they fall into the different 2 or 3 time zones. But Pakistan, all the cities, we follow the same time. If we keep traveling across the globe, we will reach a point where the time will be one day ahead or behind, depending on the time zone you are in. And that point on the earth is called International Date Time. So that is all about the time zones. In today's lesson, we learned that there are 24 time zones and they are made to avoid the confusion. So the people who are living into their time zones can have an idea of the time in other time zone and they can set their traveling accordingly. The small countries, they follow the same time zone, but the larger countries in terms of area, they sometimes follow 2 or even 3 time zones. These larger countries include Russia, Canada and USA. And then there is a point onto the earth that if we reach there, the time would be one day ahead or one day behind, depending on on your time zone, and that point is called International Date Line. Please read these 2 topics thoroughly, longitudes and time zones, and if you are still having any confusion, please do let me know so I can explain it again to you. Thank you, students. Take care.